do I think about when I'm running? For me, it depends what sort of running I'm doing. If I'm running a race, for example, or a short distance, I think about those running technical things, which is, am I on my toes? Am I upright? Is everything going in the right direction? Can I catch that guy in front? Can I keep that guy in front behind me? But when it comes to marathon running, I think it's very much a different beast, because it takes me quite a long time to run a marathon. So what I tend to do is try and think about nothing. And I don't know if you've ever tried to think about nothing, but it's probably the hardest thing ever to do. Because if you're running a marathon, you start thinking, oh, it hurts, it's a long way to go, how far have I gone, how far have I got to go? It can make it for a very long and painful day. So it kind of goes through a cycle where I start running for the first hour. I kind of use it to sort some thoughts out, just so that I can, and if I can get towards the end of 3-4 hours of running, and my mind is empty, I think I've done quite well. When it comes to the wall or a hard patch of running, I kind of fall back on some mantras that people have shared with me. There's a guy called Murakami who wrote a book that says, what do I think about when I think about running? And one of the things that he said was, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So I know it's going to hurt every time I run a marathon. That's why not everybody's doing it. So it's really understanding that you don't need to suffer. So I acknowledge that the pain is there, but just kind of crack on. Unfortunately for me, it tends to happen about an hour before I finished a marathon, so I can kind of have the mental strength to carry on. And my wife, last time I did the 10 in 10, every day she sent me a text which just had 3 words on it, which were just keep going. So I often fall back on that even now when things are hard. I know that she's there, kind of saying, if you just keep going, just keep moving forward, however difficult it may be, you'll come through that bad patch out the other side. And there's one other person that told me something, and that's a lady called Alison Knowles, who was heavily involved with the 10 in 10. And probably every time I see her, she says to me, it's not all about you, you know. So when it gets really hard sometimes, particularly when it's regarding something like the 10 in 10 and training and running marathons, it's not all about me, it's about a lot of other people. And that sometimes helps me to just man up, basically, and get on with the job. Thinking back on my best running memories, I think there's one standout one, but a lot of my best running memories have been about people that I've been with. And I've met some really wonderful people in that. I've only been running marathons 3 years, 4 years. I've clocked up a few so far, and it brought so many different people into my life, but the people I think it's brought into my life that means the most is this Brathay family here. I completed the event in 2015, and I think everything else pales into insignificance really to that feeling of crossing the line here on that 10th day after going through so much with so many different people and seeing everybody else's struggles and their triumphs. And it's a crazy event, because some days some people are up and others are down, and other days those people are back up and they're down, and everybody knits together so closely, and there's something about the whole thing that grabs a lot of people, which makes them want to come back and do it again. Hence one of the reasons why I'm probably here. So it's crossing that line on the 10th day here, knowing that I've raised as much money as I could for the charity, seeing my wife and my boy there, and seeing my peers that have been running. It takes quite a bit of getting over, because it's such a high, and maybe it's that brings you back again.